What's going on, guys? Welcome to week number 11 preview video for our Big 12 Team Builder Dynasty. We are doing Ardmore and Nebraska State's recruiting board.
We finally made it back full circle from week two's Wednesday video.
Yes, we were only doing two teams at once, and then there you go. There you have it. So let's get right into Ardmore's recruiting board here. We've got some things to talk about and a lot of movement going on here. So Matt Bradica, our number one prospect on the board here, we're down a grand. And Syracuse and Shreveport, I think Syracuse, yeah, we all still have visits left to go.
The good news is that you're ahead of Syracuse, so maybe you can seal it. I don't know if that's likely to happen, but who knows?
Yep. Orlando Goodlove is leaning towards Ardmore right now, 690 points ahead of Alabama, but that's because we had our visit, and Alabama is right behind us. So we definitely need to be
vigilant.
Yes, vigilant, keeping that 700 maximum points on him for sure. Eric Buchanan, the number 3 tight end, we're down 1,300 points, but Missouri has had their visit. We get the later visit, the last visit.
You got to get this guy.
Plus 750, yes, we do.
A receiving tight end from Missouri, like that's got Ardmore written all over it.
Yeah.
You love your tight ends. I think he would help you out a lot.
For sure. James Henry, look at this, 1,580. Broken Arrow. The other team in Oklahoma is beating us to the punch here, and we both have 750 on the board here.
Yep.
So James Henry, it's kind of leaning towards Broken Arrow. Hopefully we can nab him and make a late time push. Brandon Hill, the number 23 athlete, I'd like to see him in an Ardmore uniform for sure. Down under 465 points to Broken Arrow. Larry McMahon, the punter. Center Chad Randall, we're down to Midland. So we're down to some teams here. Grayson Stanfield, Midland State. We really need Grayson Stanfield, but I'm really pushing for Ardmore for him. But you guys will see in just a second. We did sign a quarterback a little bit later. So Dave Fisher, defensive tackle. We like this guy. Want to be able to grab him. We do need some more defensive line help. Matthew Henry, Odessa State. Looks like he's wanting to go there. No surprise. Sun City, Arizona wants to go to a team called the Dust Devils. Trevor Givens, nice linebacker there. We are definitely higher up in the lead, along with Amarillo. Carl White, nice and depth player.
Yeah, looking at the last board, the only guy that really left, I believe, is Jared Norton. So at safety, so I have not seen any guys that have exited your board, so that's good news.
Yeah, we're staying right within the race with all these guys. Tyson Fenner is our quarterback, 3-star. We got him going here for us. I think, let's see his scouting report. I believe he's pretty good. I mean, he's a 68 freshman. It's not too bad. He's not fast by any means, so which is gonna be a little bit more of a change for our offense.
He'll be a project.
Yep, accuracy, throw power. He's definitely gonna be a project guy.
But maybe if you get Stanfield, maybe he's just the career backup.
Correct.
But Stephen Howell, this guy, he's one of our guys. He's being difficult though. He's been difficult for a long time. Really looking at Kansas State. But yeah, what do we have here?
We got 650 plus score right there. I mean, we're in the driver's seat right here. Even though we have an early visit, we're up on Little Rock and Kansas State. So I like what I see there. For us, definitely staying within Stephen Howell's range there. Kyle Johnson, nice 3-star tackle. Aaron Golden.
We think this guy is a big-time sleeper because he's got a lot of speed for his size.
Yes, 93.
So this guy strikes me as a diamond in the rough.
Yep. Catching traffic's a 70. Catching those is 61. So we'll have to work on that with him. But yeah, so we're looking pretty good here with Ardmore. We're just staying within some races here. A lot of depth guys are really leaning towards us. So I do like where we're at. We just got to seal the deal in the next coming weeks.
All right, let's get into Nebraska State's recruiting board. So you guys can see Nebraska State's board right here, and you guys might not recognize the top of my board from the last video. If you guys care to go visit that, you'll remember I discussed punching above my weight class with respect to a lot of these recruits, where they weren't really showing any interest in me, but I was going to try to contact them and try to talk them into becoming part of the Prairie Dog family. And as you can tell, they were not all that receptive. We had Craig Thurman, Matt Wright, Bobby Hines, Alex Harris, Jared Williams, Patrick Barrow, John Hodge. So everybody on the top of my board at the start of the season is now gone.
But you did get Graham Keith A number 11 4-star athlete.
Yeah, this is one guy I think we can use. Him. We look at his numbers. I mean, quarterback. I'm not really interested in a quarterback per se, but I mean, it looks like that's what he does. It looks like a running kind of quarterback.
Throw power and a B throw accuracy. How can you beat that?
I mean, that might be the only thing he can do is play quarterback. I don't know.
But what are you going to do with Shinosky?
Well, Shinosky's my guy. I have no designs on changing that. We got Corey Hargrove here, also looking
like a quarterback.
He's kind of a quarterback. Got some speed though, so he might be kind of in that running back mold, perhaps.
I love what Nebraska State's doing with their boards. They're going after these athletes, and basically they're going to fit you with however they see fit, and whatever plays going to have to be designed for you.
Yeah, this guy here, Brenton Ward out of South Dakota, currently in the lead. Andrew Gibson was a late addition to our board. He's a power running back out of Kentucky, and I mean, look at this. We just vaulted up his board, so we can probably put him to use right away. This guy here, Justin Ross, coming out of Saginaw, North Michigan at middle linebacker. We got Wallace Jones, safety. And Sean Richardson at tight end. Nebraska State. We at Nebraska State, we love having our tight ends. Okay, Lee Covington here. Again, I'm not interested in a quarterback, but when a guy likes us that much, I'll bring him on board. I mean, why not? Cedric Stevens, a little far behind there. Travis Collier was a new addition to our board in recent weeks, and we have vaulted there. Lewis Morgan, one of our guys, locked us out. So he's currently he's on the ACU bandwagon.
You're way out of it. $5,000. Yeah, ACU has definitely made their mark on that guy.
Look at this. We got a one-star JUCO out of Aurora, Nebraska, 68 defensive tackle. We need a defensive tackle, so he is on our board. Tariq Sims, McAllen in the lead for him. Another late addition. You try to find these guys that have low percent lock, and then they're guys that you can really persuade mid-season. So Tariq Sims is one of those guys. John Mark, I don't know why I'm going after that. Whitaker was a new guy too. So, with all of our failures at the beginning of this recruiting class, we had to go after a few of these guys like Brian Reese out of Huron, South Dakota, and Justin Potts. I'm trying to get this guy. Trying to keep him out of Kansas A&M's reach. So that's the board there for Nebraska State. I think this might evolve into a halfway decent recruiting class if we can pick up some of these late signees.
All right, let's check out the top 25 after Week 10 action. Looking into Week 11 rankings now. We got Washington number 1, Ohio State number 2, ACU number 3.
Yeah, 1 point win over Rutgers, but we'll leave that aside. They are undefeated.
Yeah.
ACU is sitting at 3, Denver 4, Ardmore 5. So we have a logjam here in the Big 12. And we need these teams to lose.
Somehow, some way. I mean, hey. Yeah, I mean, both teams right there, Washington and Ohio State, they're both going to be playing for championship games as well if they remain undefeated, of course.
Right, more than likely they will be there, even if they drop a game along the way. So we're going to have some interesting national title developments. And I saw a couple of comments last week about the USC offense. That's because of Sam Darnold, Ronald Jones. We pushed them all to 40, and then these ratings get locked in, and then we edited them to match a similar player on the roster. So USC not at 61. That explains why they are 6-2 and hung 45 points on Wazoo.
Yes.
So that's a misnomer. Don't read into the rankings.
It's basically all the new guys coming aboard. They didn't realize that that's what happened. Right. So if you guys are watching these Wednesday videos, we're
keeping it current with the NFL draft.
Correct. Yep.
And that's why we made Sam Darnold into a 40.
Because Sam Darnold's still in this game.
Right. He did not declare for the draft at the time that he did in real life.
Yep.
So I hope we clarified that. So a couple teams like Florida, LSU, UCLA, USC, Florida State, they're going to have these lower ratings. Florida 81 on offense, not reflective there. So Clemson, I see there are 2 losses. Oregon falls. Yeah, NC State's a team we've been following in this dynasty. They're 6-2 with a blowout loss to North Carolina. Bama hanging around there at 16.
42-0 over LSU.
They're still pretty good. I think they might win out. We'll see what happens. North Carolina, top 25. I'm looking for some of our teams here. Midland State sitting at 21.
They didn't even play last week, and they moved up 1 spot.
That's usually what happens. I mean, in Nebraska State, and BYU dropped their first games of the year. And let's look at others receiving votes. Camu barely outside the top 25. Little Rock getting some love there. And McAllen, 500 McAllen team, rounding out that others receiving votes.
All right, it's time for some Heisman Watch updates. We've got Myles Gaskin still leading the way. Chris Warren in second. Montez climbing up the charts with his performances as of late. Chris Golston moved down after that game against Denver Tech.
Only 36 yards.
I'm not surprised, though, because Denver Tech's defense is really good. And Drew Keenantem is the ex-Heisman winner of last season.
Defending champion.
He's moving on up.
193 rushing. Yeah, added that touchdown pass as well. So, good stuff out of the, he's got to defend that title. Got to defend that claim.
All right, it's time for some Players of the Week.
Yeah.
NCAA Players of the Week for week number 10.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff Stull with 3 sacks, a forced fumble. Definitely a big-time playmaking left-end performance for Broken Arrow against Shreveport. Definitely a reason why they won that game. And then Montana Flynn against Nebraska State, 376, 5 scores. Definitely yet again
Nebraska State for that, for
right?
those numbers.
So I'm assuming because they were Players of the Week for NCAA, they are Players of the Week for the Big 12. We'll have to check that out here.
No, they are. Guaranteed.
Okay, there you go. All right, cool.
All right, here we're going to look at the Walter Camp, which is Player of the Year, which I don't see the difference between Best Player, Player of the Year, but be that as it may. Montana Flynn still getting the nod there with Golston in 4th. Yeah, like that. Okay, Chuck Bednarik Award is the Defensive Player of the Year. We have Dedrick Carlton at safety. Guys have been making plays all year for Odessa, so Odessa might be bringing home the hardware here. How about this, though?
Eric Sanchez with a forced fumble and interception. 8 tackles for losses. I don't know. Is that really worthy of that?
53 tackles so far.
That's a lot of tackles. 27 for Connor Chandler. We got Granger on here.
5 picks for Chandler.
This is throughout the whole NCAA. So the fact that there's a ton of Big 12 players on here says a lot. Jordy Williams with 5 interceptions thus far. Cade Sepchansky with 3 tackles for losses. We got Sam Holycross with 2 forced fumbles.
All right, here we have the Bronco Nagurski, which also goes to the defensive MVP, but it's voted on by a different group, so I'm not sure what the difference is in calculation, but we see Price Greer here at number 2 along with Marcus Livingston, so I see a little bit more love for players in the front 7. All right, here we have the Davey O'Brien Award, goes to Montana Flynn so far. Best quarterback, we have Rodriguez, Wicks, and Stoudemire. So definitely I'm planning on bringing home the O'Brien. Chris Golston waiting for the Doak Walker.
Gotta love that. 14 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Top running back. We're not a running back heavy conference right now, I will say that. Bolitnikoff, top receiver. Look at this.
Khalid Livingston with 57 catches, 10 touchdowns.
Odessa State.
Yeah, I know. Right now, they're just nuts.
Kerp, and we have Etwan Billings getting some love down there lower on the list. So interesting to see if one of those guys can make a move here. Best tight end here for the Mackey. Nobody. We don't use our tight ends. Outland Trophy.
Hey, there's Ben Schwal. Ben's Shaw.
Yep, but you're going to have Thurston Alexandro, Biggie McKenzie, Christopher Oyatuna, Austin Gradhouse, and Jacob Ziola. So you have top offensive lineman for the Outland. Remington will be top center. Ziola, Jody Sunday. And then Dennehy, who technically plays right guard. Lombardi, we're going to have top defensive end. We got Price Greer, Livingston, Sepulveda, and McNamara. And Stephen Dixon rounding that out. Best linebacker, Eric Sanchez. I like that. You know what's funny? I don't see him make that many plays on your highlight reels.
I don't either. I don't even really see him do much when I'm playing the game.
That's why I'm surprised to see him on there.
He's just got a ton of tackles.
Right. And then you got Buster Payne, Randy Lowe down there lower. We're going to have the Thorpe Award, Dedrick Carlson currently in the lead, Chandler Granger, and Williams, as we talked about, brothers at 10. Rosa for top kicker, we got Charlie Taff. Only 1 missed field goal on the year. It'd be good to see him take that home. Taysom Benz has not. We haven't missed anything for Taysom Benz, who also won the Groza last year. Traxel with 3 missed field goals. Dragocevic 11 of 12. Denver not going to be kicking that many field goals. And then Morgan Clancy, got another Odessa representative. Punters. We don't punt that much.
Dell Witherspoon.
All right. These are the only guy. Actually,
Dalton Beebe.
That's not where you want to be.
BB.
21 punts, though, compared to some of these teams. Pretty low.
Yes.
Best returner, Shook, trying to defend his title. Currently losing to Dexter Williams.
Is it just because of the yardage? Or is it because of the touchdowns? No?
Probably the yards, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely need to do better with some yardage for DeQuandre Shook. All right, so let's get an updated look at the conference standings. We got Denver Tech here at the top at 3-1, 7-1 overall.
Yeah,
Camu at 6-3.
A little bit of a crapshoot after that, because we got all these 2-loss conference teams. Odessa still in last, but they do have that extra conference game played. So what do you think's going to happen here? Just ballparking it.
Denver Tech. Denver Tech's going to win. They're not going to lose again. So
they got Midland left.
They're not going to lose. In my opinion, they're not going to lose. That defense is for real. 166 points against. That's big time. And everybody else seems to be chasing them.
Yeah, I mean, it basically is Denver and everybody else. This division definitely a little more top-heavy here. You got ACU, like we talked about, currently in the driver's seat versus Ardmore. Little Rock is in third. Good to see them make that next step. Broken Arrow coming off of that big win against Shreveport. And they got McAllen sitting there 1-3. I mean, McAllen's in trouble. Possibly, we're talking bowl game. They're going to have to finish strong. But I don't know. If you think you can eclipse ACU, they got to find another loss somewhere on that schedule.
308 points for, 226 points for. Dude.
They got an extra game on you, but their offense has been way better.
It has. With Stoudemire at the helm, it has. ACU's got to lose. We got to keep winning. That's the only path to victory for Ardmore for the division. And honestly, it ain't looking too good at this point. So I would expect ACU and Denver Tech to meet up again to have that undefeated rematch that they had in the beginning of the year. And now they're going to face off for all the marbles.
Possibly a lot of football to be played. Let us know what you guys think will happen down the stretch.
All right. So, guys, now it is time to get into week number 11 previews. We're kicking it off with Midland State against McAllen.
All right, we see both teams for evenly matched. McAllen, though, has not quite been able to pull some of these out. We're going to have the number 8 offense versus the number 2. McAllen's still leading the country in points per game, though. And definitely Midland, I think they have a slight edge on defense just in terms of performance thus far.
Check out number 2 pass offense for McAllen compared to number 5 pass offense. Look at the difference right there. 295 to 338. That seems like a wide margin to be so closely.
Yeah, once you get to the top, it does starts to stratify a little bit.
Oh, that's another good word.
Ooh. So, I don't know what. I mean, this game's gonna be close. I mean, McAllen needs. We just talked about this. They need 2 more W's somewhere. Midland, Uba, Ardmore, Little Rock. I think they can get there, but winning this would virtually guarantee them, I think, a bowl game. But if they lose, they're talking really dicey. So
I'm probably taking Midland here, honestly.
Okay.
I think that CJ Wicks is just better than Rodriguez.
You might be onto something. Now, we have Ardmore at Shreveport. Shreveport, their offense is taking a nosedive down the stretch here. Your numbers don't look too hot, but you're still winning fairly comfortably for the most part.
Pass defense, number 106. That's really, really bad.
But you're playing LaDuca. You don't have to worry about that. You just got to focus on Wingo. I mean, you get Wingo stuff, you win this game.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be real. It's still gonna be really tough to do, and I think that we're gonna be able to take care of business. But Shreveport's gonna give us a tough test, and I think that the way that we played against Denver Tech, the way that we were able to stuff them with the rushing attack, we just were not able to stop ACU through the air. This game should line up for an easy W against the Skeeters, who are less talented on the ground than Denver Tech.
Right. And it's a different style, too.
I'll take myself, but don't expect it to be a blowout.
Yeah, last year was not totally easy. This game here, we're going to have UBA at ACU. I like calling them UBA now. I just roll with it.
UBA.
But Broken Arrow is going to go at ACU. Their offense still struggling, did not play very well against Shreveport, but we saw some strides from Bryan Street.
Yeah, but this is a no-brainer. It's got to be ACU, in my opinion. The offense is way too good. The defense is way too good. They shut down our offense, which, it shows up when it needs to. And look at the turnover differential. Plus 7. Sevens are wild. Sevens at number 7.
Yeah, I'm going to take ACU. They beat Broken Arrow pretty easily last year. I would expect something of a repeat. Little Rock at Amarillo. We're going to have opposing divisions going off here. Amarillo might need this win to get to a bowl game. They got a couple winnable games left, but we have Little Rock, number 3 pass offense in the country, number 1 run defense. That doesn't really set up that well for Amarillo, who's really just kind of straight down the middle. They don't do anything great. I don't know. What do you think? Is they're going to get home field here or what?
My gut would tell me that Little Rock's going to win this game, but I've seen the way that Gunnar Rivers has played. He does end up trying to force some throws right now as being a freshman, and I think that defense for Amarillo is starting to turn the corner.
Right.
Got a lot of Eugene Brown coming in there. We got Stovall, who's playing well. The secondary for Amarillo is starting to turn it.
They're going to get tested here.
And at home, yeah, they're going to get tested. But, I'm honestly thinking I'm going to go with Amarillo. Their backs are up against the wall. They're the team that needs this game the most in order to get to the bowl game, and they're at home. So why not take Amarillo?
Now we have Camu here at Nebraska State. I see we have Potts visiting. I'm in this recruiting battle for this 63 wide receiver. Potts. I want this guy really bad. Okay, so Nebraska State. We are producing on offense. Camu is not really, but we are going to take on Freeman, who will reportedly get the nod here. What do you think's going to happen? We're number 2 run defense, but this is a different kind of run.
Who won this game last year?
Camu won pretty comfortably.
Okay. Well, I think with that freshman at the helm, he adds a different dimension, a different layer to the offense. You're not going to be able to determine if they're actually going to be throwing or running.
Right.
And my gut would tell me Camu, but seeing as how Nebraska State can put up the points, no matter really what defense they're playing against.
Yeah, and our defense has been okay this year, but they do get undisciplined. So when you play the option and we start guessing which way it's going to go, and you get our slower players out of position, and then the ball, next thing you know, it's going downfield for 60 yards. That's what I'm worried about. So I want our offense to show up and play well here at home.
It's really marginal. It's really small samples. If Jace Freeman can throw the ball and get maybe 1 or 2 plays into the end zone through the air, I'm probably going to go with Camu. But if all they're going to do is just run, I'm going to go with Nebraska State. So I guess my official pick, I'll go with Nebraska State.
Okay. Odessa State going at Denver, and we saw Odessa's starting to attract some accolades here on offense. And, man, are they going to be game for Denver Tech, the hardest team that they have faced this season? I think Montana Flynn, I want to see if he can keep a minute. That's all I'm really interested in.
It's probably going to be a shootout, 2 totally different teams as far as how they run their offense. Denver Tech through the ground, Odessa through the air. That's just the storyline that can be created here. But like you said, if Montana Flynn can pick apart a Denver Tech defense that has been able to shut some teams down on the ground, but look at what they do through the air.
Yeah.
They're 123rd on pass. No, sorry, that's 123rd on pass offense, but through pass defense, they're 114th, which is not very good.
Right. And we saw this game last year, and I don't remember the score off the top of my head. It was something around 55-10, and I think Denver had 600 yards of offense.
Well, that's when Odessa's defense was not very good. Now they've got some competent players.
Shorted up a little bit. I think this game will be 63-48. It'll be a shootout, but Denver still win by 3 scores.
I'll take Denver Tech as well. I just think that they're gonna get the job done again. But don't be surprised if Odessa shows up and gives them a game.
Okay.
So my picks in review, I'm going to go with Midland State, Ardmore, ACU, Amarillo, Nebraska State, Denver Tech.
I'm going to go with... I'll go McAllen. I think they're desperate. I think they are going to pluck that win from Midland State. Ardmore will roll over Shreveport. It'll be close for a half, and then Ardmore will do the thing, get back on track, get those W's. I'm going to go do something really stupid and pick Broken Arrow to beat ACU.
What?
I don't know.
Guys, no.
I don't know.
That's not your pick.
Yeah.
That's not your pick.
I got a weird feeling about it.
No.
Yeah, weird feeling.
Oh, God.
Little Rock at Amarillo. I'll take Little Rock. Camu, Nebraska State. I'm going to pick myself. I think we're going to get it done this week. I think last week was a bit of a disappointment for us. We're going to turn it around. Odessa, Denver. Denver will win by 17 to 21 points.
Did you even pick Little Rock, Amarillo?
Yeah. Did I?
No.
I think I took Little Rock. I don't remember. I'll go Little Rock.
I'm still stuck on this Broken Arrow at ACU thing. You think that Broken Arrow is going to somehow win this game?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, put in the comments section that he is officially high. This is completely asinine.
I think it's gonna be a slog.
You are leading these people. You're leading the sheep to the slaughter.
I think it'll be like
that's
20,
what you're doing.
23 to 20.
No, don't, guys. In the pick section,
Yeah.
if anybody picks Broken Arrow,
What? You'll kick him out.
But here's the problem. If I'm wrong, and I just told these people, I just told everybody,
you're like flippant or dismissive.
I'm gonna look like an idiot.
Brian Street, are you gonna show up and prove me right this week?
Wow,
let me know.
That's what it is. Below. It's all about Brian Street.
Yeah,
it's like,
he's
hey,
gonna
man,
get it done.
You're challenging him.
He's gonna get it done against the Spartans.
Wow,
you're gonna be back in the driver's seat.
This is ridiculous.
You'll be back up there.
Oh yeah,
back of the dead.
This is funny. When I'm playing with Ardmore, he stands over my shoulder, guys, and he says, "I hate this team. I hate this team.
I don't say it like
that. I want
that.
this team to lose so
I
bad."
say it with a wink in my eye.
Yeah, right.
Twinkle in my eye.
Right. So what you're saying is the team from Oklahoma, my other rival, my interstate rival, is going to beat ACU and put me back in the driver's seat, back from the dead.
But you still have to beat McAllen, Shreveport, Little Rock.
Okay.
So your work would hypothetically it would not be. I'm talking on my butt though because it's not going to happen. I'm giving it a 2% chance.
What do you mean? You just said it's going to happen.
2% chance. I just want to be on records when it does. I want to take credit for it. That's all.
He's guys. He's 1 foot in and 1 foot out across the line.
You have to hedge your bets in this world.
No, you make a pick. Okay, I'm Captain America. You're Iron Man. There's always a way out for you.
You're not the guy to make the sacrifice play, to lay down on a wire and let the other guy crawl over you.
I think I would just cut the wire.
Always a way out.
There's no way out for me. It's one-way street, man. Make a pick. Who do you have to win or lose? Who do you have to win or lose?
Broken Arrow.
Okay, that's who you got. That's who you're going with. Broken Arrow is going to win this game. So, guys, that's going to be it for this Wednesday preview video. We'll see you guys on Saturday for Week 11 action. Make sure you guys are putting your picks in the Google Forms documents through the website, goldglovergaming.com, and we will see you guys on Saturday for Week 11 action. As always, peace.